Yes, brother, this is Shay. We're talking about what to do when erections are not reliable. So sometimes they're working, other times they're not working, and it's a weird one because it feels like, what is going on? That's exactly what we're going to uncover in this video today. First up, if you find this helpful, in the bottom right hand corner, you will see a red box that says subscribe. Click on that box so you can get the latest videos and tools as I share them. Okay, so let's get into this. Now, see if you can relate. That sometimes we're with somebody and erections happen absolutely fine and we're able to have good sex, it feels good, the connection feels great, and then other times we're just not able to get hard. Either we lose the erection during sex or when we go to initiate sex, it just goes. And it can feel like, what the hell is happening here? Why is it working sometimes and other times it's not? So I'm going to offer something to you today that plays such an important factor in when it comes to sex and having great sex, being able to maintain an erection. Now, it's not the only factor. We know that there's multiple things. There's not one magic pill that solves everything. And this is not about pills, by the way. This is about context. Context. So let me explain what this means. If you've read Emily Nagoski's book, Come As You Are, you will be familiar with how much of an important role context plays. So when it comes to having sex, there's all different types of things that can play a role in the context. So let me give you some examples. Environment is one. Am I in an environment where I feel comfortable or do I feel a bit on edge? Another thing is social or economic pressure. Do I have other things going on? Have I got exams coming up or a work interview, or is my business, am I going through a deal with a big client? Something like this, okay, where there's this external pressure. This can also play a role on the context. Another thing is, what if I'm really worried about STIs or pregnancy? This also has an impact on the context. So these are just three examples of things that can impact how we feel when we're with a particular person. And ultimately, what does that lead to? We say the word context, but context, when things are in the right place, we feel a sense of being relaxed. When we're relaxed, we are able to get aroused, which means that we're able to get and maintain an erection. When we are not relaxed, our body goes into this stress state because we start to have the what if thoughts. We then try and avoid and block those thoughts and think, no, I've just got to stay focused. This can't happen again. But the what if thoughts keep getting stronger. What if it happens again? It happened before. What if I fail? And then we push our body because we're forcing ourselves to try and go through with it. We either push our body into a stress state or we avoid initiating sex. And when we push our body into a stress state, we're not able to get aroused because we're not relaxed. So the takeaway from this video is that context equals a really important role when it comes to being relaxed. Context is a really important role. And there's multiple factors in context, but it's about understanding when it doesn't work, what's going on there that made me feel a bit unrelaxed. And when it does work, what was the difference? It's just bringing some curiosity to this. And that's what I'd like you to take from this video. Is just understanding and having a few minutes thinking about the times where it did work and the times where it didn't work. What were the differences? What were some of the differences between that? Let me know what you think in the comments about this context and what you noticed as some of these differences. The next step to be able to get this sorted is to find out what's going on here, to get to the bottom of it. Is it context, or actually is it something else? Perhaps erections are just not happening overall when it comes to sex, or perhaps they are happening 50% of the time. Ultimately, we want to get to the place where we can rely on our erections and trust our body. So to be able to get to the bottom of what's going on and get that sorted so that we're not dependent on pills or hoping or praying that it's going to work, I've developed what's called the Performance Anxiety Quiz. This is a free quiz and it has 10 yes or no questions that you answer. It takes less than 2 minutes to complete. And I will then show you your score, plus I'll give you a free guide that will help you understand how to get to the bottom of this and get it sorted so that you can feel normal again. So if that sounds good to you, then head below into the comments. You'll see the link to the Performance Anxiety Quiz. Click on that link. It's going to take you straight to the first question, and I will see you at the quiz.